Hello, hello, hello. It's Carson, and today I'm going to do something pretty fun and kind of new. What I'm going to do is demonstrate a little level 3 build here, and then we're going to build it. It's going to be a Throw-barian, so let's just see what it can do a little bit. It's nothing too fancy, but that's kind of why it's good, right? So 90% accuracy. Look at that big old hit, 33 on just the throw. And let's take a look at the numbers, because we're not even level 4. And we don't get the famous Tavern Brawler combo just yet, which makes this really crazy. But still, I landed a critical, but even with that, we had proficiency, we have bless from our cleric, we have high ground advantage, which is something you really want to point out right there, and 5 strength modifier. That means we have over 20, or have just about 20 strength, right? And then if we look at the damage roll, we're going to do 2d10 because of the critical, so normally 1d10, plus 1, a little enchantment bonus. Strength modifier, and then there is the extra piercing damage from the throw ring that got doubled up from a crit too, plus there's rage and rage, right? So rage just adds a couple more damage. Now the thing is, I'm not done yet. I'm level 3, I should only have 1 attack, right? But I'm a berserker, and a berserker gets to throw again, right? In the same turn whenever you're raged. And the thing is, I'm using the same weapon because, hey, that's right, it comes back to me after I throw it. It's re-equipped. Isn't that pretty cool, right? So, we're gonna break it down for you. Let's see how the rest of this fight goes. I think we have to fight Flynn after this, right? It's not looking good for these guys. Alright. And then Shadowheart. Honestly, what we're gonna do is try and smack Flynn real quick. See if we can piss her off. But I think this guy's dead. Yep. Alright, hold her there. Wait, pause. Uh-oh. She's mad. Sever the connection. Let's fight her. Alright, so she didn't get her health back up, so that's good. We're still blessed, so that's nice. But Asterion, nope, it's gonna be Shadowheart this time. Alright, so we're paralyzed. Ruh-roh. Actually, we got a little lucky. So, what we're actually gonna do is bless. Alright, and we are going to protect ourselves and just run right over here. So now we can't lose our bless. And let's go ahead. Tell you what. Oh, we lost our rage. That kind of sucks. So we'll have to rage. Alright. And now we can throw once this turn. Otherwise we could have thrown twice. Still got a 70% because of the little high ground here. And there we go. Oh, I don't even have the high ground. I'm just throwing that good. 70%. Pretty good. And then how much damage did we do? 19. Honestly, pretty amazing. So, what we can do now is get Lae'zel up there close. Here we go. She probably needs a heal, right? So let's heal her. Then we can attack. 70%, or see, 70% versus 60%, and I still have range on that character. Pretty good. Okay. So, since somebody's next to her, I can go for a sneak attack. There you go. See? Sneak attack. We're keeping up with sneak attack damage, which is a 2d6, and the piercing, and the dex modifier. But I don't have to have somebody standing next to her, or do sneak attack, or whatnot. I just throw things. Oh no, Lae'zel! Oh, she's down! This is looking bad. This is looking bad. Alright, so, let's go ahead for another sneak attack. Come on. There you go. All reliable. And I'm raging. Okay. So she's right next to me, right? So 40%. Not looking good there. Even if she did hit me though, I would have resistance to her attack. So that's a nice bonus for the rage. Now, I got an 80%. Look at that. 13. And then I can do an enraged throw. Right? Here we go. We'll throw the returning pike. It'll return. Damn, 20 damage? Oh my goodness. And tell you what. Let's see. Can we finish her off with a good old miss? Yep, of course. Alright. Well, at least we can just run up on her. Finish her off like this. Or not. Damn! Everybody's missing. Look at our Throw-barian. He's kicking butt. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, in that case, wonder if I could just push her. Or can I even throw her? That'd be fun. Can I throw you? No? Let's see. Let's see if we go for a push. Pretty good chance too. Push her back. See, we have even have good push, so if we needed to, we could push her away and then just throw that thing, and she's dead. So honestly, just hitting for like 19 damage all the time. It's a good thing no one died. We got Rugen here. Alright.
We're bound for Baldur's Gate.
No problem. Thanks for letting me know. Now we can go check out the Zentrum. And nobody died. Great job. So, let's continue on to our adventure. With all three of us, like nothing ever happened. Great job, team. Alright, so, let's actually roll back. And let's actually build this thing together, alright? So, let's build a Throw-barian. Where was I? Let's build a Throw-barian right here. I'll go over things without editing. I'll keep it simple for you so you can follow along. But let me bust out the notes real quick. So what are we talking about today? So at level 3, you can actually build something you'll have for the rest of the game. So it's our Build a Barb workshop. As always, thanks for watching. If you want to support the channel, we'll get to that later at the end of the video if you want to stick around. But for now, I think you're just here because you've had a little trouble and maybe this is for you, right? So I know people do ask, well, for starters, this is for you, right? But people do ask about low-level setups, especially in honor mode, right? And this is where I'm coming from. This is honor mode difficulty. We just beat Flynn at level 3. And frankly, our setup, there was nothing special about Lae'zel, Shadowheart, or Asterion. They had basic gear and no build, and they weren't even respec'd into anything special. So we still had Trickery Domain. I just made Arcane Trickster and Eldritch Knight just to have some extra utility, and that's really it. So this could help you in Act 1, and honestly, Throw-barian's fun all game. So we'll keep that in mind, right? So how do we actually build this guy? Alright, so I'm going to use Shadowheart here. And if you don't already know one of these tricks, we came straight out of the Grove. In fact, Asterion's back here. He can buy our first piece of gear, actually. So, let's come over here, and we'll set him up, right? But let's first talk about what the Throw-barian is, right? Or I could kind of come back to this in a second, but Throw-barian is going to be a Berserker Barbarian subclass choice. At level 3, you can choose your subclass for Barbarian, right? It's all about throwing things and throwing the returning pike, and it comes back to you. So it's an easy build. It's good, very good all game because it's very strong. It's also very simple, so you can leave the complicated stuff to like wizards or, you know, your druid build or cleric build or something crazy, or your multi-class, and this should just help out your you know, party, or maybe you're in a co-op or something like that. But it's good in honor mode run for very simple reasons. Okay, so why is it good? Well, Tavern Brawler for starters. Tavern Brawler at level 4 can double up the strength bonuses, but even before that, level 3, we can still make this good without this level 4 feat. Then the strength elixirs are ridiculous. In fact, since we're already here, one of the most important things we need to grab, come on over here to Auntie Ethel. She has the strength elixir, and it just sets your strength to 21. So we're actually going to buy this right now. She's the best NPC around. She's the nicest lady around. Alright, and then just tell her, hey, I'm fine, no worries about it. We don't want to cause her no trouble, but let's see if she could sell something. Everybody knows I love this thing, so the Elixir of Hill Giant Strength. Here we go. Buy that. And then, what we can do now... Okay. What we can do now is go ahead and take it from Asterion and equip it. Okay. And now we have 21 strength regardless of whatever the stat was before. And this is like the crux of our build right here. So this sets your strength really high, so your accuracy and your damage is going to be good. And at level 4 you take Tavern Brawler because it's going to double up the strength contributions on thrown attacks and unarmed attacks. And this is your bread and butter right here. Okay, that's what makes it so good. But also some other reasons, right? If you have high strength, you can carry like a boatload of stuff. Right? The weight you can carry. You can jump, so it's really easy to jump. You can push things reliably. You can throw things reliably, not just your weapon, but you can throw your allies out of danger, push them or throw them. You can even push your enemies into chasms and really finish things off easy. Right? You actually, with the setup, the Throw-barian, by level 3, you can actually get 2 attacks thanks to Berserking. We saw that. And you're very accurate. You do high damage. There's even a crushing bonus if you threw it high enough. There's melee and ranged. Obviously, the more accurate you get with this, you can actually throw your weapon in melee range. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, having a range attack is usually always better than a melee attack, especially if it's accurate and does high damage. Probably the one problem with this is you're throwing with an arc, so keep that in mind. But yeah, there's also high HP, because you are a barbarian. You'll be getting good HP growth from leveling up. Plus, you can actually focus on your constitution stat and your dexterity stat. You're going to see when we level this up, we just do dex and con when we remake our guy. Okay? And you get good armor class choices because you can wear up to medium armor and still rage. Or, if you're not wearing anything at all, you actually get a bonus from your constitution. Danger sense gives you advantage on dexterity saving throws like lightning bolt and fireball. You get alert later on, just comes with the subclass, or rather the barbarian class comes with it. I mean, you can see that there's just a lot of stuff, right? Resistance when you're raging, you resist like the physical damages. You can be the face of the party because you don't have to focus on the strength stat. You can put some in charisma, and you can take intimidation. You get a bonus there, right? And then, yeah, just reliable weapon early on to start the build, and you don't have to just keep looking for throwable daggers or axes. But you can also do that too, right? So let's actually... Alright, enough talking about it. Let's actually build it. But I don't have withers, so for those who don't know, I'll show you how to get withers pretty early, right? So what you need is disguise self. I'm a wizard right now, so if you were going to respec, otherwise you could just use Shadowheart or something, right? You want to use the female drow, disguise, and now when you're going up to goblins, they'll just respect you and let you pass, thinking you're just one of them, right? They're like, oh my gosh, is that a drow? We sure wouldn't want to piss her off. Okay. So we'll go on down here. And the way you get withers, if you didn't already get them before, is you just enter the goblin camp for the first time in a run, and then you'll get it. Once you go back to camp, withers will be there.
Goblins ahead.
Shove over, Claw! Drow coming through!
There you go.
We're getting curled at their crank.
Alright. Be a little cutscene here. Alright, skip through all this stuff.
Don't give me that look.
Alright.
It's nothing.
Drop the matter, no big deal. Okay, great. Alright, so like I said, once you're in here, you're actually going to be able to just get withers automatically, but also since we're here, here's the first thing you want to get before you build. See what you have from, what's his face? Grat, the trader. He has the returning pike. And so what's so special about the returning pike is that it is a weapon that just returns to you, usually, when you throw it. I say usually because it's a little buggy, but there's actually a little trick to this if you ever run into issues here. Alright, at least it's not like before they patched it where it would literally fall through the ground and disappear, and then you lose it forever in honor mode. So, we need a decent chunk of change, 500 on honor mode for this. We're almost there from a lot of the stuff I picked off the goblins when we fought them in front of the grove, so we should be able to get enough things sold here. Let's just sell all of our bonus stuff, even one of these. We won't need it. Get that, and sell one of that. Oh, even a sponge tray? Yeah, you know we're selling that. Alright, so we have 518, so we definitely want the returning pike. Probably number one, right? There you go. And now that we're in the goblin camp, check it out. We now go to camp. And we can really start building our character. Okay. Alright, so Withers is here. We'll meet Withers for the first time. Not to be rude, who the hell are you? Skeletons are scary, blah blah blah. Explain further. Great. Classic Withers. Alright. And then leave. Come back into it. And so, care to explain, blah blah blah.
Very well.
Okay. And I don't think I have enough gold to even respec, right?
No.
So, we're already running into an issue. I don't have any money. Alright. So, we're going to need to buy a few more things anyway, I think. So, let's just go back to the Blighted Village. How about that? I'll show you where to get a little easy cash. There we go. And Shadowheart's right behind us. Perfect. So, Shadowheart, she comes with a mace. So, I can have a mace right off the bat, right? And let me break the disguise for you for a second. So, I'm still just a wizard, but I still have my 21 strength with elixir, right? So, what we can do is just equip a bludgeoning weapon like the one Shadowheart starts with, this mace, and with high strength we can just open this up in the Blighted Village. This is how you lockpick the smart way, okay? And this should have a little gold in there too. That's cool. You get the haste helmet. Hey, that's a piece of gear we're looking for. So the haste helmet is one of my personal favorites in Act 1 because lets you start off any fight. As soon as combat starts, you're going to get a little momentum. You get 3 turns of momentum, so in that first turn, you get 5 times 3 feet of movement. And there's really no good head slots in Act 1 anyway. So now you'll have extra movement, pretty decent amount early on, right? And in fact, we need to come back here because we're going to go get some other pieces of gear, right? We need a little more gold so we can buy the flinging ring back at the Grove. We have a Asterion for that. So we'll warp over there in a moment. But first, I'm going to come on down to the Risen Road. I'll show you where to get some easy gold.
Something over there.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it a little out of order. It's okay. So, we still have to go to the Risen Road anyway. And I'm going to also give you a little extra bonus you might have seen. Okay, so right here, there's actually some scale mail. That's great. Seems to be reliable every time I'm down here. And that means anybody who's wearing medium armor, like Shadowheart, can get a nice little upgrade right here for the fight later. That's cool. Alright. Not necessarily good for your barbarian, but he can wear medium armor and still rage. So you could use that for him if you wanted to. Nice free scale mail. Pick up the murgrass and stuff if you wanted to. Over here is a skeleton. If you really wanted to know the gear for stealing stuff, this is one of the essentials for the rest of the game, Smuggler's Ring. So might as well pick that up on our segue here, our little detour. Alright. And so, if we go over to that toll house, Karlach would be over here for reference, right? What we're going to do is pick up the toll collector's key. We'll go grab a waypoint over here. Alright, this is going to be the waypoint. And here's some extra bonus stuff for you guys, especially in honor mode Act 1. You want to pick up some of the Gnoll's dead bodies because you get Gnoll, or the hyena ears. And hyena ears lets you make 3 of these, will let you make another speed potion. So in the early game, speed potions can be really valuable because for 3 turns you'll have a second attack on your marshals or a second cast on your mages, right? So the more you know how to use those, the better. But also, if you're going to fight the Gnolls early like I am, you'll get more hyena ears. So it's worth it to use at least one of those potions during that fight. So since we picked up the toll key, we can actually open this. Come on in here. There should be a couple chests or whatnot. If you need a lot of gold early on, hey, there you go. 248 right there. That's awesome. Okay. You can pick out the rest of this stuff in here. You know, there's some more stuff and I don't really need it, but if you need some gold and you don't have a thief or don't want to play that way, just a really early place to get some decent gold, right? So we'll come back to Asterion. He grabbed us a elixir. What you want to do is daily, you want to make sure you have a hill giant elixir, or just try to make your day last long. This is a really good build because it doesn't have short or long-term resources beyond the rages. That's about it.
Is there anything?
Alright, so what do we buy in here? So, here at the Grove, Aaron, the guy right at the front, first merchant you meet basically, has a ring for 1d4. It's only a measly 90 on honor mode, so that's good. We'll pick that up. Alright. And now, we have the throwing ring. Cool. Alright, so let's go ahead, equip that too. So we have this, we have the returning pike, 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look at our gear list here. So the pike always returns to us. The ring of fleeing, when we attack with a throwing attack, it gives us a 1d4 bonus. And we have the haste helmet, so we have really good movement early on in the fight. And if you're finishing a fight, you won't need more movement, right? So what about the bracers of defense? Well, one more time, since we have the waypoint for the Risen Road, kind of goofed and should have got this earlier, but let's come on back to the Bladed Village. Alright. Personally, I find these bracers really good if you're not wearing any armor and you're not wearing any shield or using a shield. Sometimes you can and sometimes you can't. Sometimes you don't want to. Whatever the case is, you're gonna have 2 extra armor class. And since there's not the most amazing choices for gloves in the early game, this is a really decent one to come and get. And honestly, it can be good all game if your setup needs it, right? So, no gloves right here. So what we'll do is take that lever, open that up back here, and just follow along with the options for this mirror. If you come over to the mirror and answer the questions like this, just tell it your name. Say, yes, I'm an ally. And then just take option 2 pretty much, foul lich, you may die, 1,000 blah blah blah. And then clean a wound. And then, you guessed it, number 2. Okay, so number 2, 2, 2. There we go. And on the opposite end of the entrance, hiding in this chest right here, is the bracers of defense. And guess what? The necromancy tome back here is right there for your pick-locking abilities right there. But we don't need that. What we need to do is go ahead and gather the gang up. We're gonna have a little fight. We're gonna see if this is actually decent at level 3, right? Alright, so let's go ahead and put those on. So just a quick word about bracers of defense, right? Bracers of defense are really good because, again, if you have no armor class, but on this build, if you're not wearing any armor as a barbarian at level 1, you get a bonus from constitution to your armor class anyway, in addition to the armor class you get from dexterity too. You just can't stack this bonus with mage armor, but at least you won't have to cast mage armor, and it gets stronger the more you develop your constitution over the course of the game. Okay, so let's actually level up, or change your class, and I'll show you how to build one of these guys.
Dost thou require
So we have the gold because we went into the toll house, we bought the ring, so we were able to buy that. Alright, so naturally you want to be a barbarian. Okay. And we should have all of our gear right here. And now let's go ahead. We don't need any strength, so you don't want your bonus points. You don't even want anything. Just drop it because you'll always have your elixir for the whole playthrough. There's even a better elixir later on in Act 3. So 21 strength for free. Awesome. Let's bump our dexterity up with the +1 to 16. That gives us 3 armor class and 3 initiative, which is really important, right? So definitely good defensive value there. And then we're going to bump our constitution up entirely, right? We don't have to be retarded, like super stupid or anything like that. We can either take wisdom for wisdom saving throws, or if this is like your main face or main character, you might want to go with some charisma, and instead of persuasion, you might want intimidation or both. But what I think you really want is athletics, so you're not getting pushed around, and you'll be the one who has a bonus to pushing and throwing people, okay? So again, skill proficiencies, you probably want athletics, and you're an intimidating dude, especially if you have the ability to advantage this with Thought-Merchi. I can't even pronounce it. I'm bad. Alright, so again, dexterity, secondary, constitution, primary, because your real primary stat is taken care of by the elixir. Hopefully that should be enough to explain it. Like I said, with the elixir, we're already a free stat of 21. Dexterity bonuses, like initiative now 3 right there. And constitution gives us chunky HP every time we level up barbarian anyway, plus now we have constitution bonus to our armor class. Right here it says we actually have +3 from constitution, unarmored defenses. That's barbarian, no armor, no shield. And then dexterity bonuses, and then become the bulwark is the bracers of defense since we have no armor. Alright, there you go. You're already at 18 armor class, which I'm going to tell you, that's the safe point in Act 1 honor mode right there. Okay, now let's actually level the guy up. So, level 1, pretty simple. You get danger sense though, that's pretty cool. Advantage on traps and spells and surfaces, on saving throws for dexterity. And now, level 3, what you want to do is go berserker, because this, level 3, gives us enrage throw. When we rage, we use a bonus action, so that kind of sucks on turn 1. But every other turn after that, we'll have an extra throw, so we actually get 2 throw attacks per turn now. Not to mention the defensive bonus of raging. Okay. And let's level everybody up, some basic stuff, just for your viewing pleasure. What I'm going to do is take Shocking, Grasp, and Minor Illusion. We're going to have Disguise. This is pretty good, decent Trickster setup here. Honestly, I kind of want him to have some mage armor at the beginning of the fight, because he's not really going to use any spells here. Give him that utility bonuses. And I'm going to go with an Eldritch Knight. Now, I don't have any intelligence. Again, all these builds are going to be like nothing you can't do, right? This is just basic stuff in order to have... This isn't even useful, like whatever. Well, actually, I'll probably just take Blade Ward. That's kind of useful, maybe. But I tell you what is useful. Shield is nice, doesn't require any intelligence. Okay, and Magic Missile always hits, doesn't matter on the intelligence, alright? Something to think about for your Eldritch Knight. Long Strider, because I want my team to have that bonus, and nobody currently has it, so that's what I'll prioritize. And we do have Shadowheart, who is right here, our level 3 trickery cleric, so we can change our spells as needed. What I'm gonna take is, yep, definitely heal, definitely bless, and definitely sanctuary. And so even though this build or this video is about your barbarian, I want you to know an early team setup here, nothing fancy, okay? Again, these are just the base stats that they came with, and I'm just going to set them up with no gear or anything. Even then, if you know what you're doing, you should have all the tools you need, especially on a cleric who really helps break the game, because early on you can add more accuracy and saving throws with Bless to 3 characters, and with Sanctuary, as long as you don't attack, then for 10 turns you're safe from any direct combat. So what I can do is give all 3 of these guys Bless, and then keep myself from losing concentration on that Bless by never getting attacked, unless I really need to throw an attack in there when it's dire. Alright? But it shouldn't be dire, because we have the Throw-barian. Okay, so let's get everybody in the same place. We're going to do that Gnoll fight from the beginning, from the start. Send them over here, Risen Road. Alright. So everybody's ready? Cool. Let's get up there. Shadowheart, you don't need that one. Alright, follow my lead, team. Let's get up here. So the Gnoll fight at level 3 on honor mode can be pretty intimidating, unless you know the little tricks to it. So let's actually look at that and use it as a good, let's see if this build actually works. Let's keep in mind with the Throw-barian, and really just any kind of range attack, you want to use the high ground. High ground is good for defense and offense. Don't rage unless you can attack that turn, because then the rage might end if you don't take a hit. Just know how rage works in general, right? And then the second, use your B action, your bonus action, for a second throw. So this is just going to be DPS man during the fight, okay? Damage guy. And you can also throw enemies and allies, and you also have pretty reliable shove, so keep your options open. He's not just throw the stick guy. He could also be throw your friends guy. What you're going to do is get everybody to hide, okay? And we're going to save here just in case I need to. On honor mode though, good luck. If you don't do it right, you're screwed. We're going to sneak everybody into position here. What I'm actually going to do is, since we have an arcane trickster, I'll get our lovely dovely Hans out. He's a fan favorite. So a favorite of mine too. Alright. Arcane trickster has this little advantage with it, but that's not what the video's about. So we're going to just get into position here. And if I play my cards right, we'll have a really good turn 1, because in this fight, what you want to do is wait for this red area. Once you can sneak up to Flynn, you can pop out and convince her to fight for you temporarily for this fight, and that's going to really help you out, especially since we're doing the fight level 3. And this would be difficulty, this would be honor mode, but this is the honor rule set with all the normal honor stuff, just not a single save, obviously. Okay, so now we want to go ahead, sneak in there, and we're gonna pause. With a turn-based mode, you can go in there and not have to change anything here, or like nothing's gonna happen, right? And now I'm gonna unhide, and the fight's gonna start. But Flynn is right next to me, so she's gonna talk to somebody who can search her mind with the illithid stuff, and you should be able to get this with anybody because it's just a roll of 2. Cool. So we didn't get screwed over by a critical one. Alright, so 2 or higher, you can get her on your team if you know how to do it. Right? And now we get the party started. So let's go ahead. Since we're still sneaking around while the fight goes on, your Throw-barian has good jump, right? So while he's sneaking before the fight starts, he can get into this nice high ground position. Ready? Okay, now I can throw the pike over at this dangerous guy right here. We want to get him out of the way first because he's right next to the party, possibly. Now I can move the rest of our guys into position. How about we get our sneaky rogue over here? Wait for it. Okay. Let's get our rogue over here while they're not looking. I'm in sneak, so that means I can get a good sneak attack. Oh yeah, you dead. Nice. So we already took one out. And the fight still moves on, so honor mode is all about just knowing what you can do and abusing it. Alright, here we go. So Shadowheart, what can you do? Well, these don't work too well. That's what I feared. You weren't going to be able to attack much. But I'll tell you what, we have plenty of level 1 slots, and we have advantage because we're hidden, and this will be a nice guiding bolt. Boom. Alright, there you go. Okay, so Astarion will end his turn. They're still not looking at him, so I can get away with a sneak. We even have Hans here. So Hans is cool because if he's invisible, he'll actually stay out of the fight, and we can use him for sneak attack utilization. Alright, cool. Alright. Uh-oh, Shadowheart's in danger. So I'll tell you what we can do. If we can survive this, and then we don't want to rage just yet because we don't have a way of attacking just yet, alright? So, what we can do is maybe... I just happen to have this because you get it. Well, I can't use it yet, so let me change my mind on that one. But we'll put him in position. Okay. Lae'zel's up next. Soul Numb, she'll distract them. Okay, perfect. What's nice about Fighter, if you don't already know this, is you should be using your action surge, because I can't get over to these guys to hit them, so what I can do is dash. We definitely want to get over here, because we're being threatened right now, and I need everyone kind of close to Shadowheart for a bless. So first up, here we go. Kind of in danger, huh? So, how about I use a level 2 to heal myself. That makes me survive for a little longer. And then what I can do now is action surge. So I had to use the action to get over here, but I get an action surge to get here. Hit him. Guiding bolt gave me the extra advantage on hit. And tell you what, I'll just heal for now, that's more important. And I'll get a little bit further on high grounds if they try to shoot at me. Let's get out of that acid just a touch. Okay. Alright, cool. Range attacks have worse accuracy up close. There you go. Okay. Cool. So he was noticed, but here's something cool about Arcane Trickster. Isn't this a barbarian video? Shut up. Alright, here we go. So, I really want to take out... Focus highly on one target. Okay. So what I'll do is put somebody right next to him, and now I can get my sneak attack anyway, but it failed. Oh no. Well, that was a good attack, but you know what? We need the power of the returning pike. So where is it? Right over here? Well, I'll tell you what. We're about to do some Arcane Trickster tactics. Check this out. Throw this. Actually, I can't do that. It might return to me. Yeah. Let's just see it live. I want to see what happens. I can always reach it. Let me throw it to near my buddy. Got it. That was a cool interaction. I'm not even going to pretend I knew that. Well, it's back in my hand, but something happens with this. Like I said, it usually always returns to you. If it doesn't, you can have another character pick it up. I just didn't notice it was on the ground here. And then you can just kind of have it in your inventory on one character, and then just send it over to another character's inventory like this, and then throw it. Don't equip it, but just throw it, and when you throw it, it'll naturally return to you. Okay, so now, again, we can rage, and since we're raging, if we had another bonus attack, we could do enrage throw, but for now, let's make sure we do get a hit in. 80% because of high ground. Look at that. Nice. Okay. Shadowheart. Alright. Flynn's getting some hits in there. Okay. Or she's taking some hits. Yeah. Okay. So now what we can do is make sure we get bless, bless, and bless. And I can bonus action sanctuary myself. So I don't know that she was going to contribute too much to the attack of that. Now she's made everyone more accurate. And we can go save Astarion from this big mean Gnoll over here with a more accurate Lae'zel. Yeah, there we go. Got another action. Cool. Alright. There we go. Nice. See that high ground disadvantage is helping us out? And we're going to turn the tables. Okay, so... since somebody's standing next to you, I can get a sneak attack. Knocked him out. Heal a little bit. Alright. And now, haha. So, we got our throwing pike, we're raged, and we can throw. 15 damage. That's over half the Gnoll's HP. But we're not done yet, because we can throw again, since we are berserking, and it's dead. So, one guy contributed by knocking out a Gnoll all by himself at level 3, 2 attacks. Pretty awesome. Shadowheart's Bless was helping out there. And then, of course, the high ground, really monstrous damage and accuracy, right? Okay, cool. Good job, team. Let's keep the high ground, so when Flynn comes over here, we can finish her. Go. We'll use our mage hand just to help us out. He actually helped us out in this example pretty good, with the stupid goofiness of the javelin. Alright. Alright, buddy boy. Let's see if you can contribute a little bit. Tell you what. Oh yeah? Let's go ahead. I really want to give ourselves a speed potion. So, I want to get a lot of attacks in. Tell you what. Can you make it that far? No. So what you can do is throw it at our barbarian here. Douse him in speed. And now we have 3 attacks at level 3. Because like I said, the Gnolls, you're going to only need 3 ears. You're only going to need 3 ears to make another speed potion, right? So, oh, she didn't like that. Okay, well, we pissed her off. Now I got to rage again. The fight's a little goofy like that. It's all good. Alright, but we still have the speed potion, one more turn. I'm actually gonna throw this at her. Crushing damage. So even though I missed, if you're high enough, you actually get a little crushing damage like that. I'll go ahead and stand right there in front of her. And that'll give me the ability to sneak attack. And this is like our little level 3 boss fight. Okay. Let's go ahead and jump down there. Keep her from getting close to our allies. I know, it sucks that I speed potioned him because now he's gonna sit there like hasted and goofed up one turn. Alright, but even Shadowheart now can contribute a little because of the high ground. Unless this isn't good enough, right? Yeah, that's not good enough. So she can keep Bless going, right? I think that's a better idea. Okay. Alright, so our haste got wrecked. Aw, man, that threw everything off. Oh well. It's fine. This is why we use a team. Okay. And we'll beat you up. We'll throw out a heal. I think we'll be fine. We still have Sanctuary. Aha! So, Lae'zel really needs our help, huh? Ah. Well, we can't pick her up, but what we can do is draw this attack. We can get our sneak attack in. There you go. Nice hit. Okay. Back it up a second. I'll throw this at her, and this should be... Ooh, ooh, critical miss. Hey, critical miss. I can't really argue with that one, you know. Alright, and we'll bop you. Heal ourselves. Keep you back. Okay. And then we'll heal you again. Perfect. That was a good heal. Shield. Eldritch Knight. Woo! Healing, huh? We're gonna need the extra attacks now. Alright, so. Got a little bit high ground. Throw it. Oh, missed again. Critical miss, huh? Man, that sucks. Alright. But we get another attack anyway, so. There we go. 22. That made up for it. And now we'll finish her off with a sneak attack. Nice. Okay. And I was never really in big danger there either. So, I even goofed it up with a haste because I was trying to show something cool. Alright, and if you don't know, now you get to go to the Zentrum hideout as long as you don't piss off Rugen. He's your buddy now. There you go. So yeah, it took a little while, but there's your level 3 Throw-barian. It gets even stronger in one more level when we can take Tavern Brawler, right? So let's actually take a look at some of the levelings, right? Leveling and beyond, I know for a fact, because I've run this on honor mode, okay? This is going to get stronger because right there at level 4, you take Tavern Brawler, and see this strength bonus here, +5? This was adding accuracy and damage to each throw attack. That's why it was so good, right? This is going to go up. If 20 strength gives you 5 strength bonus on those accuracy and damage attacks, right? Then Tavern Brawler doubles that for thrown and unarmed attacks. So this actually contributes 10 with your strength elixir right here. And again, you don't have to level your strength. Your elixir just gets all, you know, all the work done for you. So that's amazing. Okay, so it doubles with your elixir, right? So strength bonuses plus Tavern Brawler double up on thrown attacks. So level 4 you get very strong in just one more level. Level 5 you get even stronger because now you're effectively doubling that double because you get an extra attack. So now combo that with the Enraged Throw, you're gonna have 3 attacks at level 5 already, and they're thrown attacks. They do extra crushing damage. You have the Fling Ring, your pretty good armor class, so on and so forth, right? You do get extra movement at level 5 for not wearing heavy armor. Okay, you can't really wear heavy armor because you can't rage, so that's okay. All right, level 6, there's actually 2 ways to go on leveling this, right? You want to take level 6 Barbarian because you'll get Mindless Rage, so you can't be charmed or frightened, which is actually very good bonus in honor mode. And you get more rage charge, which is probably the better thing because then you just keep being reckless with your berserking, all right? Or you can actually start going for rogue multiclass, because once you get to the 3rd rogue level, you can pick thief subclass, and this bonus gives you a second bonus action for just becoming a thief rogue. And of course, that would mean you can use another enraged throw. So by level 6, 7, 8, you would have 4 attacks when not hasted or bloodlusted. Well, you can't be bloodlusted. You're not using bloodlust. Keep that in mind. But yeah, you would have 4 attacks, right? And you also have Reckless Attack and all the other cool bonuses there. Thief and Rogue come with Expertise, so you could get Expertise and Intimidation, and you'd be really good at being a face or main character party member, right? But level 7, if you just went the normal way down Barbarian, or you finished up with your Thief, your level 7 Barbarian gets Feral Instinct. And this is really good because you get 3 more Initiative. So with this setup, you'd have 6 Initiative, and you can't be surprised. This is the Alert condition, just a little less Initiative. But initiative's really good for offense and defense, especially in the higher difficulties, right? Level 8, you can take your feat, right? There's a lot of options here because the build really is done with that extra thief bonus action, okay? So you might want to be considering maybe 2 extra Constitution. Constitution helps out with armor class and HP, good defense value right there, okay? You might want to take mobile, maybe you need some more movement, okay? You might want to take tough, gives you more HP per level, character level, not barbarian level. Just take what you need, right? There's options here, especially based on how you're building it from there, because once you have the basic setup, you can really make this into a different variation as you level through the game and get cool gear, right? So level 9, start taking for Thief if you haven't already. Remember, Thief is probably the big thing here because you want that second bonus action, so you'll have a total of 4 attacks, and they're pretty damn strong. Even if this isn't the strongest character on your team by Act 3, he did get you there, and that's where the value is, right? And he's still chugging out damage, and he's still your pack mule and stuff. So some things to continue or consider while playing through the game with this build and why it's so powerful is clothing gives you more choices for gear, which the way I'm coming at this is he just needs cloth gear to have good armor class since you're raising your constitution and have decent decks, right? So you have a lot more options to use your armor, have decent armor class, and you can give those other more premium options to the rest of your party, and that's always good value. When you don't need as much as they do on the gear end, you can make other characters more powerful, and that helps him in turn, right? So medium armor or lower can rage. If you use heavy armor, you're not going to be able to rage, and you won't get your extra bonus attack, and you won't get those defensive values, your resistances, right? So keep that in mind. Constitution grants more armor class when you're not wearing an armor or shield. That's why I recommend really early on you can get these bracers, and they'll be good with you all game if you can't find or don't want to give him better gloves because somebody else needs them. There you go. So you can't concentrate when you're raging anyway, so don't worry about concentration spells or scrolls or whatever. This is already an easy build, and you don't need to make it any more complicated than it already is. You don't always need to blow your rage. Remember, by level 5, you're going to have 2 throw attacks anyway. And then when you rage, you maybe need a serious fight, the resistances plus the extra throw attacks. Just remember to frenzy on a turn you can attack, because you can't always determine if you'll take a hit. And the way berserking and frenzy works is if you don't attack, We saw that, right? I was hasted and then I got lethargic. You lose the rage. So, nah. You know, it's a little bit of a resource you got to manage, but compared to most resources in this game for short resting and long resting, this is super easy and minimal to take care of, right? So pay attention to the thrown type. What I mean by that is not only the returning pike has the thrown property, but things like daggers and axes and stuff can be thrown, and they'll do their proper damage type. But this can also stop, like if it doesn't have this property or just thrown attacks in general, don't always carry all the full damages. You'll have to test it yourself to see what I'm talking about. Okay, so just keep it in the front of your mind when you're doing this stuff. But yeah, that's going to be doing it. Hopefully this helped you, because Throw-barian has carried me in an honor mode run. It's when other classes or builds or complicated stuff kind of get more powerful a bit in Act 2 rather than right off the bat. Act 3 level, or Act 1 level 3 is really where you can start doing some really powerful, you know, getting into fights confidently if you knew you were doing and had the right setups. And it doesn't have to be complicated and crazy. It doesn't have to be a spellcaster with amazing spells or anything. It could just be as simple as a guy throwing a spear that just magically comes back to him, right? So if you got a build you don't really understand or how it starts, I see that all the time. There's some really cool build videos out there, but how do you get to Act 3 or Act 2 so you can start doing the really cool stuff? Well, let me know. Otherwise, if you got a cool suggestion for a video on the game, let me know. I always get my best video ideas from comments, right? It's because who's my sponsors? You are! So thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. I now have member support, so if you would, it's like $1 a month, but it's up to you. If you want to support the channel, I appreciate it. But otherwise, it's always supporting me by just watching, and if the video helps, I appreciate you for letting me know. Hopefully you can have some fun in honor mode where the real fun happens and a cow kills your Damien. Oh my gosh. Alright, that's enough. That's enough. For now, that's going to be it. Until the next one, I'll see you guys. You have a great day. Bless you.